Hi everybody, it's Dan here. Today I'd like to make a video talking about sugar and the confusion around sugar, what most people don't understand about sugar, and why you need to avoid it. Okay, sugar is a kind of a complicated topic because we know what it is. It's designed as a fuel source for your body, and it is nutrition. But as a member of the low carb carnivore community, I eat a diet which is very little sugar in it. And that's for good reason because like I've said in other videos, we understand why sugar causes weight gain. Fructose is the sugar that's sweet for a reason. It's designed to help you gain a few pounds during the fall when fruit is available, so you can add some body fat and change your metabolism to survive the winter famine our ancestors face. But what most people don't realize is that there's more than one type of sugar. As a member of the low carb community, to a man, basically everyone thinks that all sugars are the same. They think sugar. They think fructose and lactose and glucose are all the same, but they have different metabolic constructions and they taste differently and they're available in different foods. Fructose is the sweet fruit sugar in fruit. It's what you get addicted to. Glucose is basically starch. Now, they are not metabolized the same way. Fructose is metabolized by your liver and causes a different metabolic reaction to your body to allow you to gain weight as opposed to glucose. Now, glucose, on the other hand, can be metabolized by mostly all the cells in your body. And I've even heard Bart Kay say sugar. Hey, anything that comes from the ground is sugar, okay? Wood is sugar. Hay is sugar. Grass is sugar. Paper is sugar with pulp. So it's like they're not the same and they don't have the same effects on your body. What the low carb community doesn't get is that fructose is the most dangerous of the sugars. It's the one that causes the metabolic changes in healthy people. Glucose, on the other hand, does not cause metabolic change in healthy people. We know this because when we started farming about 10,000 years ago, human beings learned a way as probably a backup food supply to create starches like rices, potatoes, corn, wheat, whatever, as an alternate food source, and that probably helped us survive. We do also know that when we added these starches and plants to our diet, our health got worse. We got shorter, our teeth started to fall apart, we started having growing problems, and whenever we had a bad harvest, we would go hungry. But we didn't get diabetes. We didn't have those kind of problems. Those only came about until we started learning how to extract fructose from fruit, and we learned how to make honey. So honey and table sugar are loaded with fructose, and the fructose caused disease in populations. And if you look and see, all populations that get diabetes, they all eat sugar. They all eat fructose, every single one. And every society that doesn't eat fructose doesn't get diabetes. They don't get metabolic syndrome or insulin resistance. They don't get fat or have heart disease. So it's crystal clear that different sugars have different metabolic effects. And the problem is that the low carb community believes that insulin, to a man, they think that if you eat glucose, if you eat starches like rice, potatoes, it'll raise your insulin, and having that high insulin will cause disease. But that's never been proven. And if you look at ancient societies, they ate lots of fructose. There's all kinds of societies like the Japanese and Okinawans and the Tucson population and Mexicans and Europeans. They ate their potatoes, their rice, their corn. They didn't get any diabetes. None. Zero. It was non-existent. Well, if glucose caused metabolic disease, how come they didn't get diabetes? They didn't. They didn't get it until they added fructose to their diets. A perfect example of a situation where this is crystal clear is the ancient Egyptians. If you look at Egyptian diets, most people will tell you, yeah, the ancient Egyptians got heart disease and they got fat and diabetes because they were eating bread. Well, yeah, they were eating bread, but what else were they eating? I looked it up online. They were eating honey. They ate tons of honey. Honey was available to every level of human in Egypt. All classes had access to honey. It was ubiquitous. They all ate it, and that's why they got fat, and that's why they got disease. If you look at people now, fructose consumption and diabetes go hand in hand. So don't let the low carb community, which I'm a member of, I'm a carnivore. Obviously, I got my carnivore shirt. I eat fructose. I eat all meat diet because the reason why I don't eat starches is because starches are not as packed with nutrition as meats are. The ultimate nutrition is meat, not starches. But if you're healthy, you can get away with some starch consumption. It's not going to kill you. It's the fructose that causes the problem. History clearly shows this. So if you want to be healthy, you got to stop eating fructose. If you're already metabolically sick, yes, starches will cause problems. If you already have disease, if you're already got diabetes or insulin resistance, and you're not healthy, those starches are going to turn into fructose in your body via the polyol pathway. It will, a certain percentage. But if you're metabolically healthy, you're young, you're 20 years old, don't eat sugar, you can eat starch. It's not going to kill you. It doesn't cause disease. Insulin does not cause disease unless you eat fructose to trigger the insulin resistance. All right, guys, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you liked the video, and we'll talk to you next time.